Hey guys, welcome to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Happy Monday morning. Hope we're all okay. I hope we are all right. There you go. Turn my mic up a bit. Hope we're all okay. Hope we're all right. Hope the weekend treated you well. Obviously, it was the international break. We all know. It's just rubbish. We don't like it, but it's the last one now. I think until March. So at least that's something you can hang your hat on. That you don't have to witness any international football. I want to talk a little bit about Vicario and last night's performance because Twitter is. I call them the Twitter. I always call them the Twitter brigade, the moaning bunch. They've gone in on Vicario, and I kind of want to defend it a little bit because it is actually defendable. We're going to be talking about interest in Jonathan Tah and why I don't see that being remotely true, and interest in Alex Baena, which look, let's see what happens there. But anyway, just want to say if you're watching this, you new, subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us for the journey, and have yourself a bloody good week. I hope that's more important. Hope you have a good week. And also, thank you to all who have subscribed. We did pass 3,300 subscribers, so woo, popping fireworks and all. I'll get a bottle, I don't know. But yeah, thanks for everyone subscribing. Morning Spurs, morning Sonia, morning Jan, Matty, Joshua, Bazza. How are we all? Tara's a baller, but isn't happening. I've seen we're in for Angel Gomez. This is January. Who's the ITK, Josh? You are. Will Albania much needed? Well, look, let's talk about Jonathan Tah to start off with, because, yeah, like I said, I don't truly believe this to be true. Actually, one thing first and foremost, happy birthday, Michael Dawson. Absolute bloody legend. But I think it's his birthday today, so if it is, happy birthday to the boy. Bloody love me some Dawson. But anyway, the boot room saying that Tottenham are in talks internally over a deal for Jonathan Tah on a free transfer. The defender's contract is running out at the end of the season, and clubs outside Germany are able to discuss a pre-contract from January. So you're sitting there going, Andy, Jonathan Tah, really? What a player. We've been linked to him before. We had that release clause of like 18 million or something. But, what a player. We should definitely get him. Couple of things. One, he wants to go to Bayern Munich. And two, Bayern Munich want him. Put 1 + 1 = 2, I don't see him leaving the Bundesliga. Obviously, I know he's been at Leverkusen now a long time, but he wanted the Bayern move in the summer. Bayern were moving for him. Leverkusen rejected the move. He's a player and a half. I'm not denying that. He's a German international for a reason. He's not a bad player. I'm just saying this isn't happening purely because Bayern Munich already want him. He knows Bayern Munich wants him. He can go there literally on a free. He stays in Germany. He's 29 in February, so he's actually 2 weeks older than me. Exactly two weeks older than me. He's born on February the 11th. I'm February the 25th. So look, it's not going to happen. I really don't rate it. You're at me on Twitter. Appreciate that, mate. Watched the Italy game back, King Italy, for my boys, fuming that they lost. Well, it wasn't good, was it? We've seen this before with Dragic. Sorry, mate, it's not going to happen, sadly. I don't think it's going to happen as well, Glenn. I don't think it's going to happen as well. I think he'd go to Bayern. Yeah, Germany fans saying Tah is the German Maguire. That's just disrespectful. Jonathan Tah can actually move. He's somewhat athletic. That's just disrespectful to Jonathan Tah. He's better than that. But look, no, like I said, it's just not going to happen. Contract expires in the summer. Yes, we can obviously start to talk to him and all that stuff. But, he's played his whole career in Germany. I don't see him changing that now. He's a week in, week out starter for Leverkusen. He's, a massive part of their defense. But good player. Not, like I said, not denying it. I just do not for a second think it's going to happen. Moving on to Alex Baena news. So Fichajes, one of the two, however you pronounce it. I'm not really sure about them at the moment, to be honest, but they reckon Tottenham are keen to make a bid to sign the sought-after winger Alejandro Baena. He's registered 5 assists and is Villarreal's leading man, they say. Right, well, look, let's just hold off on this for a second. First and foremost, good player. I've missed a few. For British phone, Bentacle 7-game ban in the league, and he's fined 100k. I honestly hate the double standards. Where's Enzo's punishment? I try not to get wound up by it, but it is a bit annoying. We won't sign anyone of top. Thumbs up. We won't sign anyone in Thar's ability. We know how operating now. It's all about wage bill reduction, but to what end? Hopefully a partial takeover. Well, it'd be investment. It won't even be a bit of a takeover, it'd just be investment. So it won't. Someone putting a bit of money into the club won't change anything, and that's why I think people are getting excited about Amanda Staveley buying, let's say, 10%. It really changes. It will change absolutely nothing. She'll have no power. She'll have no say in the running of the club. Ennick will still have, what, 70 odd percent, 80%, depending on how it works out overall, but they're still going to have 3/4 of the club. So yeah, no, it's not going to happen in terms of change. But if you want change, someone's going to have to stump up things with a number. The wording would have to start with a B, not an M. It's going to have to be billions, not millions, which I don't see happening. As much as Spurs are on their way to becoming a financial juggernaut by the events the stadium does, everything around the stadium itself, marketability, all those things. I still don't see anyone stumping up the money they need to do. Don't know why it's giving a thumbs up again, but you're welcome. What's my view on Leviani? Do you think it's time for him to sell if viable? Look, if someone's got the money and someone wants to really see what the club can do, then yeah, obviously. But he's mucked up quite a lot, right? He has mucked up quite a lot. He's made some good decisions, which I know that Levy Alters really think he's made no good decisions ever. He has made some good decisions. He's made some pretty bad decisions as well. But also, you could have worse owners. So there is that. And we have to be mindful, the grass isn't always greener, I know. So if someone is going to come in, they have to have do you know what? They have to have the money. That's the key thing here. They have to have the pockets that they can dump money at the club. Not saying that you would need to fund the club. The club funds itself, but you would have to have a lot of money to be able to battle the big boys, because Spurs makes good money, but they can't battle the big boys. So someone coming in and not having the money to battle the big boys really wouldn't change anything. There's the issue there. Anyway, yeah, but on Alex Baena, 23 years old. He turned 23 in July, so he'll be 24 at the start of next season. His contract expires in the summer of 2028. I mean, transfer market value at about 50 million euros, so about 43 million pounds. I think he'll be more than that. He's been capped 7 times by the Spanish national team. Like I said, this season got 5 assists and 1 goal in La Liga, so a goal or assist every single game. It's a difficult one, really, because I think he's a really good player. I think he's super talented. And I think for some reason, he gives me a bit like a Grealish-esque vibe. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, I think he's a good player, but the money he's going to cost isn't the right thing. Because I say he's 50 million euros. For me, I think he's going to cost 70 million euros, about 60 million pounds. Dilemma out with the levy out is I don't want some corrupt, morally bankrupt oil money owner. Andy, off topic, I need advice on chest muscle soreness. Just got back in the gym recently, so I focus on other muscle groups whilst recovering. Make sure you stretch it out. Obviously, if you've only just gone back to start training a muscle group again, ease into it, but stretch out. Keep. The idea is to get the blood in there. Obviously, you're going to damage the muscle fibers to get the blood in there. Let it sort of, taking it easy will let the transition into working intensely happen. But don't go thinking, well, I could bench 100 kilograms. That was 2 months ago. I've not trained chest since. I should be able to bench that now. Drop the standards, drop the expectations, take it easy, build back up. Okay. But yeah, stretch. All right. I think Ben, you'll cost a lot of money to us. Have you seen links of Spurs to Spurs and Grealish? Yeah, the Grealish one. Look, I like Jack Grealish. I actually really like Jack Grealish as a dude. He just seems like a really natural, really quite nice guy. You see it all. I mean, people give him loads of stick, but you see it. There is a caring part of him, and it's really on show. I like the attitude. You could tell he's a Spurs player. When you just look at a player and think that's a player that should have played for Spurs. Now, obviously, we mucked up. We should have had him well before he turned into the Grealish that we knew. I can't see it because of the age and the price. That's what I can't see, but I really like Jack Grealish. I do, but I can't see it. Morning side, looking well groomed, my dear. Always wanted Conor Gallagher. Well, yeah, Conor Gallagher's having a fantastic season, and Gallagher, Gallagher was good on the international break. He was. I think you're going to mention could keep it low weight and consistent. Low weight, consistent, keep the blood going in there, build up to it, take a couple of sessions, and then get yourself back on the train of training it intensely. All right. That's the same with injuries and all other body parts. Don't go rocketing up again. Build back into it. All right. But yes, on Iceman, I'm not too sure I will see that one. Right. I want to talk about this Vicario situation on international duty. Obviously, if you weren't aware, Italy played last night versus France, and they lost 3-1. So you think, oh, Vicario's had a bad game. I mean, Italy had nearly double the shots. They had more possession. The same amount of corners. You're thinking 3-1. That's really bad. What happens? And you see Twitter going, well, they conceded 3 from set pieces. Vicario's rubbish at set pieces, X, Y, and Z. And actually, if you watch the set pieces, one of them is a unbelievable world-class free kick from Luca Digne, by the way. It's literally in the top corner. He could not have found the top corner any better. Okay, so I'm not putting that one on him whatsoever. So let's throw that one out the window. The first one is actually poor marking from the Italy defenders because nobody picked up Adrian Rabiot. Or Adrian Rabiot, however you might want to call him. No one picked him up. And if you've got Bastoni and Buongiorno, Retegui, Locatelli, these guys are pretty decent height-wise, decent physicality-wise. Nobody picked this guy up in the middle of a 6-yard area, basically. And it's a brilliant header. Vicario's getting nowhere near it, but Vicario is not going to come for that ball, all right? And the third one is a free kick. They whip it in. It's probably around the penalty spot area. And who scored the third one? Sorry, 1 second. Rabiot again. Adrian Rabiot. The guy is a monster in the air, evidently. But yeah, again, it's an unbelievable header, which it's sort of it's a really well placed header. It's got some pace in it, but it sort of loops Vicario. But no one's getting near that. So actually, the 3 goals they conceded. You sit there and go, it's considered 3 from set pieces. You would on paper go, oh, Vic, Vic's rubbish, Vic's, da-da-da-da-da. And then actually, if you watch the highlights, you go, what was he supposed to do? He's not Superman. He can't fly into the corners to stop, set pieces and what have you. So I actually do not blame him whatsoever. Now, could he be a bit better at controlling his box? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've said it all along. Has he gotten better? Yes, there's that part of it. But he obviously could get way better. And I think he will. But in this area, your boys who are actually in the team to stop, in terms of stop crosses or stop, free headers, basically, because that's what, especially Rabiot's first one, it was uncontested in the middle of the goal. Vic is literally in no man's land because the ball's here. He's here going, if he hits this to either corner, I'm screwed. And lo and behold, he hits it into the corner and he can't get near it. None of the goals were his fault, by the way. They could have gotten into the game, Italy. But honestly speaking, Vicario so shaker set pieces for him. He's gotten better. Barbashuka Roy, what a name. He has he's better this season than he was last season. I think he can continue to get better. Does he need maybe a game or two where he dominates set pieces and he claims a lot? Yeah, maybe. He looks like he could do with putting on a few pounds of muscle. I will say that. That would probably help him a lot if he realizes actually I'm quite physical now and I don't have to rely on centre half to try and win it. Well, mate, I can come win a few. Maybe that's what he's thinking. But yeah, I'm not as concerned. The goals, like I said, he's not at fault at any of those goals. If you, I genuinely do go watch the game back, have a little look at it, and you'll see yourself. You go, oh, actually, yeah, what's he supposed to do? Vicario is a competent keeper, real shot stopper, world class. A lot of the defensive frailties for us are due to defenders switching off. defender switching off indeed. I think people are exaggerating, and because it's Vicario and places Spurs, just love to banter us on anything. Oh, mate, the words rent-free lives so well in everyone's heads. Another thumbs up, even though I'm not giving you one. Most of the comments are from Goldfish, Media, and Trolls. Haven't got a Scooby, unlike you, me. Oh, thank you very much. Big up all. Wow, that's a banging Movember, buddy. Keep up the good work. Well, look. Cheers, mate. Pure coys. He's pure coys. He's not a little bit of coys. He's not a lot of coys. He's just pure coys. Appreciate it, mate. It's looking pretty strong so far. Still got another 2 weeks basically left, but it's good course. Good course. Check it out if you haven't already. And if you haven't started doing the Movember, grow a tash. Why not? I play in goal, and I would say I am like Vicario in as much I am physically smaller, and so set pieces are harder to deal with. Muscle matters in those situations. They do. It's like muscle matters. I'd probably say as like a central midfielder. You've got to be able to ride a few challenges, and in goal, you've got to be able to push your way through some bodies. You've got to be able to get up above some people. How am I feeling towards City? I'm a bit nervous, but I do think we'll get something like we always do. Morning, adventurous, mate. I don't really know, to be honest. So we hang on. We play we're Saturday 5:30 kickoff. Okay. So Thursday is the preview for the City game on Saturday. Just an FYI. How do I feel early onset? They've gotten healthier. Obviously, I know they still haven't got Rodri, but De Bruyne is starting to come back. Obviously, Haaland's in brilliant form from this international break. I think Doku's probably back fit now. Savio looks a baller. Gundogan, I think, settling in again, finally. Bernardo Silva. Yeah, tell you one thing I would bloody say is Josko Gvardiol, for the amount of people that told me he's a world-class left-back. If Vicario's had a bad international break, go and have a look at him. Because he was getting turned inside out in international break, and it's funny what happens. So there you go. I thought as soon as the doggy came, honestly, were more threatening. Do you know what? I didn't watch the game enough, to be honest. France are a really boring team to watch. That's why I never watch their games. I'd much rather just sit and watch this wall. Just the wall right here. Way more interesting than watching Didier Deschamps football. And watching that French football is awful. Just, it's so negative. They've got so many unbelievable players, and it's so negative. I don't get why. But yes, no, just some interesting stuff on obviously the Alex Baena front and the Jonathan Tah front. I don't see either of them, if I'm honest. I think talented, but I don't see either. Obviously, Vicario, not concerned like the Twitter trolls are. If you watch the game, he's not at fault. Obviously, loan roundup plus international roundup tomorrow morning, where I'm going to be talking about Vicario. I'll talk about Dragusin, who, by the way, had a really good international break. He's somewhat an all right defender. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you have been on Twitter and everyone tells you he's the worst thing since sliced bread. He's actually not that bad. We'll be talking about that. There'll be some more stuff coming up on the channel. Obviously, members video on Wednesday. Looking to bring back career mode this week onto the channel. Do a few bits and bobs on that. Obviously, the preview for the City game will be on Thursday as well. Obviously, if any transfer news comes out, we'll talk about that. Because obviously, we're only 6 weeks away from the January transfer window. So things are going to start picking up now. That's why you start to see more and more rumours coming out. I've seen something about Jan Bissek at Inter Milan. Don't think that's happening when he starts week in, week out for Inter. But we'll talk about that anyway. I will be uploading on the second channel a little while. Probably only a few hours' time. All links and descriptions down below. Give us a follow on all that stuff if you haven't already. Appreciate you all for joining me this morning. Enjoy the rest of your mornings. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons and evenings, no matter where you are in the world. And I'll see you all a little bit soon to speak a little bit more rubbish about Spurs. Take care, everyone. Peace.